picking chestnuts in France during the fall, at the beginning of October up until mid-October, and it's something I greatly enjoy doing with my family. It's very fun to do with the children, and I just love that you collect them and then get to prepare different meals with what you've collected. Chestnuts require a fair bit of preparation. It is a lengthy process that usually takes a few days. There are several steps to follow to prepare them. The first is to sort through them and identify which ones to get rid of because they are rotten inside or have worms. And the simplest way to do that is by soaking them in water and discard the ones that float. Once the chestnuts are sorted, I like to leave them to soak in water for about a couple of hours. It helps soften the outer skin, which makes it a lot easier to peel later on. I have to admit that I really enjoy that this is a long task. I think it's a good reminder that things take time in life, and especially food. Sometimes we can tend to forget how much work and effort goes into preparing our food. And for me, picking up chestnuts and preparing them is a good reminder that food requires work, and good food especially requires work, preparation, time, care. I really enjoy this process, even though it's quite long. So usually I will make sure I have a few days free ahead of me because each step takes several hours, especially when you pick up a lot like we did. Once the chestnuts are soaked, I simply cut a cross on the outer brown layer of each one of them and then peel them by hand. I find that's the easiest. After a while, fingers can get sore, so I resort to using a little knife, but usually doing it by hand is much easier. I went to a local brocante and was really happy to have found a couple of old but in brand new condition dish towels there. One is cotton and the other one is linen, pure linen, which is such a beautiful texture. And I also found the straw tray, which will be perfect for breakfast in bed. second layer of the chestnuts is removed, which is another long process, I can finally get started on the recipes I want to prepare. So this time I've decided to make soup and chestnut cream. In French we call it crème de marron, and it's basically a sweet spread which is absolutely delicious. And because we collected so many kilos of chestnuts, I will preserve a few liters of soup and a few jars of crème de marron. I will leave both recipes in the description box. Hopefully you can try making them and enjoy them yourself. If you do, please let me know in the comment section. I like to label jars with what I've made, but also the dates, because when you start preserving, it's quite addictive, and you do end up preserving all sorts of recipes, and it's pretty easy to start forgetting what's in each jar. And also, I think it makes a brilliant present. I have friends who appreciate these kind of things, so I know that they will enjoy having some crème de marron and sharing a soup if they come for lunch or dinner at home with us. So I tried to make some pretty labels so that if I gift one jar, it makes for a pretty present. Thank you so much for following along on this first video. I hope you've enjoyed, and see you soon.